we want to walk you through is a brief tutorial about how to access 3 digital resources that are available to you as a distance learning student at Heritage Christian University. And in order to begin, we want to start at the HCU main website homepage, www.hcu.edu. And you'll notice in the upper right-hand corner 3 horizontal bars. And so to begin, you'll want to click that link. This pulls up a side menu of different options, and for our purposes, you want to scroll down to Library, click the down arrow link. This opens up a sub-menu, and let's begin by looking at the link Ebooks and Databases. So you click that link and it pulls up a secondary page, and for our purposes today we want to look at the first 2 options, Overdrive and EBSCOhost. So let's begin with Overdrive. Overdrive is the ebook provider that we use here on campus, and so we provide around 1,200 currently electronic book titles through Overdrive. And so as you begin at the HCU Overdrive homepage, and you can go directly to this page. Once you have an account, you can log in to hcu.overdrive.com, and I will include instructions about how to request an account later at the end of this tutorial. But you bring up the main page, and one of the things you notice at the beginning is that you can access the collection through this website, or you can also use the Libby app, and that is available for download through the Apple App Store or Google Play. Some of you may already have an Overdrive account and use Libby through another institution, another library, maybe a public library in your hometown. And so if you are already using Libby, you can add your HCU account, and then you can toggle back and forth in the Libby app between the different collections available to you through the different libraries. But for right now, let's just show you some basics about how to access ebooks through this main web page. You'll notice that we have divided the collection into different categories, and that may help you just see very quickly what resources we have in a particular area, whether that's biblical studies, Old Testament, New Testament, preaching, ministry, and so forth. And so this may help you sort of just get familiar with the collection and what we offer. And this will also help you to see in a particular category what new books we have added since the last time you visited this page. So let's just select one of these books to give you an idea of how to borrow a book, and to also see what other resources we offer to you through Overdrive. So let's just pick this one, Preaching Romans for Perspectives. So you click on the book, and this pulls up the book's main title page, and you see that you can borrow the book by clicking this link. And this shows you that you will have access to the ebook for 2 weeks. You would click borrow, and then you would have immediate access to the title for 14 days. Let's go ahead and cancel out of that and show you another link that's going to be important. You may just want to read a sample of the book before borrowing it, and so you can click read a sample. This is going to pull up the book, and you can toggle through the book in different ways. I think the default format is for the book to be divided into different columns. And so if you click on the text on the right side, you will be able to work through the book. Looks like I've come to the end of the sample. But if you click on the left column, you can go backwards through the book as well. So let's click out of that and come back to read a sample again. And you can also click on any white space, and this will bring up this option where you can go to a specific chapter. And for the purpose of the sample, you can go to a specific location within the file. But then obviously if you borrow the book, you would have access to all of these different location markers. This is using the Overdrive read option to read the book directly in Overdrive. But you'll also see there are other formats that this book is available in, including Kindle and the basic EPUB file format. And so you can read this on your Kindle app or a Kindle device, or you can simply read it as an EPUB through whatever EPUB program you have on your computer. And so it's very simple to borrow a book, and you can borrow up to I believe it is 5 titles at one time. Now, another feature that you'll want to note is the search option. Oh, and by the way, if you simply want to know what Kindle books we have available to you, you can click the link at the top, Kindle, and this will show you how books that are available as Kindle files. And so in this case, currently we have 1,229 titles in the Kindle format. We have 1,200 titles that are available through Overdrive Read. We have 1,198 files as ebooks, and we have 30 that are available as simple PDFs. But anyway, you can go to the search option, and you can simply type directly into this search box. You can type an author's name, a title, a subject, and this will pull up options for you that we have available, as well as maybe books that fit the search criteria that we do not have available. So let's say that I'm looking for a book by the author Thomas S. Kidd. You can type that name, press enter, and this will pull up the books that we have in our collection written by Thomas Kidd, in this case 2 American history textbooks. And you could click on the cover. This will pull up the title page as I showed you before, but you can also borrow the book directly from this page by clicking borrow here, or you can also bookmark it to save it for later. But let's say that you see a title you're interested in and we don't have it available. This is going to be very helpful for us as we continue to build our collection. So let's say you're interested in Thomas Kidd's religious biography of Benjamin Franklin. We do not currently own this title, so you do not have access to it through our Overdrive, your account through our Overdrive offerings, but you can recommend the book, and then we will be notified that a student has recommended the book, and that helps us create a list for future purchases. So you click recommend, and then you would enter your email address, confirm your email address, click recommend, and once you do that, once the title becomes available, if we choose to purchase it, you will be placed on a wait list for the book, and you will also be sent an email notifying you that the book is available. And so this is going to be very helpful for us to build up our collection, and so we encourage the use of the recommend title. And so this is Overdrive. One of the other options that you have in searching is an advanced search, which is always probably preferable because you can limit your searches by title, author, subjects, availability, audience, and so forth and so on. Even you can enter the ISBN. And so this is our ebook provider that we offer to faculty, staff, students, and even alumni. You can change the language from English, Spanish, French, and Russian in this case as well, if that is necessary. So let's go back to the main HCU homepage, and let's show you our second digital offering that's going to be important. So you go back and click the three horizontal bars again, come down to library, click the down arrow, and go back to Ebooks and Databases, and this pulls up the list that we seen earlier, and you can click now EBSCO host, and EBSCO is going to be our provider. And let me log into my account. This is going to be the provider for full text journal articles, and so for ebooks you'll use Overdrive. For journal articles you'll use EBSCO. And so once you have an account and you log in, this will be your main search page. So you can do a basic search right in the box here. You can do a subject search. You can look for a particular article. You can look for a particular journal. You can look for a particular author. And then obviously advanced search is often preferable by the use of these search boxes and the corresponding Boolean phrases. And so for instance, let's say I was recently writing a chapter on Micah 6, and so let's say I wanted to look up journal articles that deal with Micah 6. And so if I just wanted to do a general search on Micah 6, let's say verse 8, you can type that into the box here and click search, and it will bring up the articles that are available through EBSCO host that meet the criteria. And you'll see that in this case there are 73 entries. One of the things that I want to mention at the beginning is this button is very important, full text. And so if you want access simply to full text articles, not abstracts, you want the whole article, you can limit the search by clicking this box as well. But let's say I want to search for Micah 6:8, but I also want to include the term justice in my search. I can enter justice here and then click search, and this will change the results. Notice this time there are only 11 results, and this is going to be Micah 6:8 and justice. And so this is a way to limit your search or be more specific in your search. But let's say I want to consider humility maybe from Micah 6:8, and I don't want results that include justice. I can change the phrasing to not justice in this case, do a search, and that's going to create different results. I can also do or, so Justice, Micah 6:8, or Justice. And this would result in a lot more hits because it's going to include references to Micah 6:8 specifically and Justice generally. And so this is going to be very important as you begin to do research, because journal articles are going to be they're going to be peer reviewed, written by qualified academics and authors, and they also give you much more often detailed and specific research than, say, a monograph or a book or a commentary might do. And then, so if you want to access any of these articles, you can click PDF full text, and let's do that again. Didn't open. Let's pick the first one. Click PDF full text, and that opens up a new window, and then you have access to this article. You can download it to your computer as well. You can see the full text contents here, skip to different sections. You can also see a record of the particular article as well. And so this will be helpful as you create your bibliography. And so this is the basic way to search for journal articles, and in particular full text articles that we provide you as a student at Heritage Christian University. And so if you wanted to do a new search, you could click this link. This brings up your main page again. You would have to re-click full text, and then you can begin a general search, or you can do an advanced search. You can also limit, we do have some essays and books available through EBSCO as well, mainly journal articles, but if you wanted to limit the publication type, you have the opportunity to do that here as well, or the year published. If you want to limit your results to, let's say, books that were published in the last 5 years, you could simply put 2016 to 2021 and limit your search that way as well. So Overdrive for ebooks, EBSCO host for full text journal articles. Now, very quickly, I want to show you one more digital resource that we offer you as a distance learning student at HCU. And so let's go back to the main page again, hcu.edu. Go back to the 3 horizontal bars, come back down to library, the down arrow. And then now let's click the Overton Memorial Library Catalog. And while we're there, let's just go ahead and talk about how to search physical holdings we have in the library, because you may have the opportunity to visit Florence, visit campus, and you would like access to the physical holdings in the library. You can see what we have available ahead of time before you arrive, in order to know what resources you need and what resources you're going to have available to you in the library. Library hours are Monday through Friday, currently 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. But you can do a basic search here. You can also do an advanced search, and then you can also search specifically for title, author, subject, ISBN, publisher, and so forth and so on. So this will show you what we have available to you in the library currently, which is about 160,000 items here on campus.